Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now, I've been living in Thailand now for almost 3 years, and I've got to say, since I've lived here in Thailand versus the United States, I feel like my health has definitely improved. So I thought about this and I wrote down a list of things that I think really affected how healthy I feel now versus when I was in the United States. Well, the first one is going to be no surprise to any American, and that's going to be the food. The food here in Thailand just seems healthier. In the United States, I never ate vegetables. I shouldn't say never. There's a lot of vegetables I would not eat. There's a few vegetables that I would eat. Here in Thailand, I seem to like all vegetables. I don't know why I like them here and I didn't like them in the United States. All I can say is I despise them in the United States, and now I absolutely love them. So there's a lot more vegetables in my life. I would say just better food overall. Now, back in the United States, my wife and I used to hit fast food several times a week. Okay, that's being nice. I would say out of a week, we probably ate 5 times a week at fast food. That still may be being nice. And you just go by an Arby's, you go by Chick-fil-A, you go by McDonald's, you go by Burger King. I could just keep going on. It's just convenient. You know, I did professional photo and photography, and when I drove around, there was a fast food restaurant ready for me. I didn't have to bring anything to eat, and I would just eat it and not think anything about it. So a lot of that food contains dairy, a food that's never done well for me, lots of greasy food. Well, when you're here in Thailand, there's not a lot of fast food. Yes, there is food, you can get it fast. But I'm talking about fast food restaurants where you just pull up the drive-thru, get your fast food and keep going. It's really not designed that way. A lot of times you would need to get out of your car, go to a street vendor or in a restaurant and get some food. All I can tell you is that the food here is healthier. You've got different foods that are just blistering with good taste, and they're pretty good for you, versus in the United States, most of the food that we're going to crave or want is really good. However, it's really bad for you. So the diet change that I've had here by moving to Thailand has got to be the number one. It makes me feel a lot healthier, and I think it will for most people who are moving here to Thailand. Next on the list is going to be the weather. Now, how would the weather make you more healthy? Well, in the United States and a lot of other European countries and other parts of the world, we have seasons where it gets really cold. When it gets really cold, I know I used to just stay inside more. I would stay outside less, which means that I did a lot less exercising in the winter, and I kept eating the same amount, I can assure you. So we all joke about the winter weight that we get, so it's a real thing. But here in Thailand, you don't have those seasons. It's just a different degree of warm or hot here in Thailand, depending on where you are at. So because it's warmer here in Thailand, it allows you to get out and do more things. So you can get out and enjoy nature, walk, do whatever it is you want to do, simply because the weather is more in agreement to being outside year-round, which will improve your health instead of staying inside during the winter and just getting fat. Now, speaking of doing more, here there's more of a propensity for you to do more activities. Let's say you're into cycling or walking or things like that. You can do more of that here just because, again, of the weather, but things are just very easy to do here because of the cost of living. So the cost of living alone is going to allow you to do more of your hobbies here in Thailand, which, if any of your hobbies include exercise, then you can be able to do it more affordably if it's something that costs money to do. So whether you're wanting to play golf, whether you're wanting to just go out and ride go-karts, anything, those outdoor activities are there and available with a lower cost than they are in many parts of the world. So because there is a lower cost of living here in Thailand, again, it will allow you to get out and exercise more, doing all the things that you love to do. Now, another thing that doesn't hurt here in Thailand is being around a bunch of skinny people. So here in Thailand, you don't see as many bigger, overweight people as you do in other parts of the United States and Europe. So for the most part, Thais are very slim, and you don't want to be that one person that's huge in the middle of a bunch of slim people. Call it peer pressure, but there is a feeling you get that you want to be a little bit slimmer here just because you might feel a little bit bigger here, especially when you go clothes shopping. And in the United States, I would wear a shirt large. Here, I wear a lot of 3XL. So if that doesn't make you feel huge, I don't know what does. For women, you know, if let's say you wore a medium in the United States, you might wear a XL here. So it's kind of a rude awakening when you come on the other side of the world where everyone's a lot slimmer and your sizes go up. So just being around slimmer people has a way for you to watch your weight just a little bit more. Now we are talking about health. So another thing that is very conducive to good health here in Thailand is the affordability and easy access to health care. So in the United States, if you want to go to the doctor, a lot of times, depending on where you're at in the world and where you're going, you may have to wait a while before you can get a doctor's appointment. Let's just say it's for a physical or something like that. I know for a physical, my wife and I would schedule that like a year in advance, and we really wanted one fast. We'd still have to wait a month or two before we could get into a doctor. And it cost a lot to get all that stuff done. And you don't want to get all those little aches and pains and problems. You kind of procrastinate with them because you know what it's like going through the appointment setting, the insurance, you get there, fill out all the forms. It just seems like a real pain. And you wait for the doctor for up to an hour before you get to see him once you get to the appointment. Well, here in Thailand, all that's a lot easier. It's a lot more affordable. It's easier to make an appointment. It's easier to get in very quickly. So with all those things combined, you're more apt to actually go to the doctor for your checkups or to check out any aches and pains or other ailments you may have that you might have otherwise just procrastinated on simply because of everything we just mentioned. So I'm going to say that living in Thailand will make you healthier simply because if something is going wrong or you want routine checkups, you're more apt to go to the doctor than you would be in your home country. So all in all, I really feel a lot healthier by living here. And I know some other expat friends of mine that go back to the United States. They've been there for 2 or 3 months, whatever, and come back. They all seem to gain weight almost instantaneously. We kind of make fun of them when they come back. Time to get back in shape again. So there's just something about being here in Thailand, which we went over with, that is just conducive to you being in better shape. So if you're looking to come and start a new life here in Thailand, or you're just going to visit for a while, prepare to get healthier. Now, can you circumvent this whole thing and be unhealthy here in Thailand? Absolutely. If you want to be lazy and do nothing and eat all this wonderful Thai food and eat too much of it, of course, you're going to gain weight here in Thailand. But your excuses are dwindling when you move here because there's plenty to see, there's plenty to do, the weather's good, the healthcare is affordable. So what are you waiting for? So anyway, thank you very much for watching the video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We really appreciate it. And if you feel so inclined, buy us a coffee. We'd really appreciate that too. And until next time, I'm going to end this by saying thank you in Thai, which is Khap Kun Khap.